Welcome back. It's going to be train now between Virtus.pro and Fnatic. It's the ESEA Pro League, and Amanda's with me is Semler. What do you think? Someone finally going to be able to beat Fnatic in this league, other than... Who's beat them? Has anyone beat them yet? TSM maybe once?
They've lost 3 times.
3 times, alright.
If I wanted to go through a horrible results page, I could try and figure out who they actually lost to. That would be relevant information, actually. I'll get back to you in a second.
We don't know. I put you on the spot. Well, I don't know either, so I guess it's kind of bad.
But no, it's like this page is just, it makes my head bleed.
Is anyone going to be able to beat Fnatic a 4th time in this league? Let's just leave it at that.
Okay, Envy beat them once. There's one.
Envy, alright. Let's take a 5-minute timeout and just see, you know.
Just let me scroll through this horrible... Titan beat them once. That's right, Titan on Train, 16-13. You remember that one? We casted that one.
Barely.
All right. And then... We'll get there. We'll get there.
It's exciting broadcast, you can tell.
Oh, and Nip beat Fnatic on Cash.
Alright.
There's the 3. There's your big 3.
I feel like if we were better coordinated, we would have checked that in the 10-minute break that we had, so we could have told you guys, but we didn't do that. We're now going to be heading into train, guys. I think everyone is pretty much on the server. They've even got 3 Shadow Knives. They're taking over. There are more Shadow Knives than... actually, than any other knife here.
2 Falchions, though, over on VP. I can appreciate that. What's up, Falchion? Falchion, however.
I don't know how you pronounce that. I feel like any knife I can't pronounce is... I'm not going to buy that.
Oh, is it bayonet or is it baguette?
Shadow Knives. Look at them. He's got, like, stat track, Crimson Web. I mean...
And Olafmeister's like, enough fun. Everybody here from Fnatic as well. But... You know, Fnatic have been on, I don't want to say a losing streak, but they've definitely been struggling a little bit in the past couple of weeks. So they aren't their usual indomitable selves.
Cracks in the concrete.
Yeah, and the porcelain. They're fine. They're not concrete Anders. They aren't just like, you know, this rough surface. They're a fine, polished surface, a killing machine. And yet, yeah, there are some cracks. There are some cracks in that surface.
All right.
Like a porcelain or a titanium.
Titanium, I feel like, is a better...
You could go with the I could go with the titanium. Yeah. Pronax is the tip, and sometimes it is. No, okay, but you know.
Let's not. Oh, look at this! Look at this information play over at Ivy. We had 1 person from Fnatic pushing all the way up, and I'm not sure what. I think it may have been Crims. Didn't see anybody, so as a result, they're really confident stacking 2 people here, and even the 3rd one, close to Z Connector, and Flusher is close with the dualies as well. Nice skins. And
he's in a really nasty spot. He's in a perfect spot. Smoke goes out over him. He doesn't care. Flash is probably gonna go behind him. He don't care. He's just gonna murder people. Flusher gonna get 2. With the dualies, and then already Olafmeister just lighting him up. 2 kills for him. He could get a 3rd one here as well. Bit of a longer fight. Pasha trying to get it done, but Olafmeister with the skills, and he's gonna get the kills. No, he's not, but you know, it would have worked. That would have been actually pretty cool if he did.
Pasha will go down eventually. That was a nice jump from Olafmeister. A little bit tricky there. Almost looked like he sort of bounced off of something, but the dualies working as well. Fnatic will pick up the 1st round.
Yeah. I love that spot. That is such a brutal spot to be in, because you get right up there on lower ramp. Any flashes or smokes, they're just going to go right past you, and then you just wait for them to run right through the smoke like that. It's perfect with dualies as well. Point blank, you're going to get that 1-shot headshot. You have a billion bullets. I mean, Flusha, that was pretty clever. And that's going to be frustrating for VP. I mean, VP...
Pasha trying to demonstrate the power of that deagle that we've been talking about already a couple of times this evening. Myali's got one as well. Taz allowed to make his way down through Pop Dog. Fairly defensive setup here for Fnatic. In fact, look how far back they are. They've got like a nice line going across the map here, all the way into B-bomb site too. Olafmeister with the 1st kill. Some nice grenades put out, but Taz is still going to be able to put in the bomb here. And so a big victory for VP.
Yeah, this is, I mean, whoa. Olafmeister just going ham there. Taz... He's going to be the last man alive. He's down in, like, Connector somewhere. They finally hunt him down. Crims to get that kill, but a perfect anti-eco round here for Fnatic in the end, keeping their cool. I mean, it's a success for both teams. For Fnatic, they wanted to keep everybody alive so that they don't have to spend any more money in the next round. And for VP, they were just looking for that bomb plant to get a little bit of bonus money going their way, you know? Pulling a bit of a thorn. Yeah, that was pretty slick by Olaf.
Not too bad. He almost had Taz as well. But a bomb plant second round, good news for Virtus Pro. That means they can buy this round, and they will do that. Scout on either team, and a couple of good deals in play here. See if VP can bring it back. I mean, they almost had that map against TSM on cash. Ended in overtime with TSM stealing a couple of crucial rounds, and VP making some pretty big mistakes after all. We'll see if they could do something on train here.
Well, there's the shot. And JW, he's going to get double peeked. That's perfect. That's exactly how it's supposed to go for Virtus Pro. He kind of wishes he had his op because he did get a tag. But still, a little bit of damage there for VP, a little bit of info, and it's going to have to keep Pronax pinned down over here at Alley, so VP can kind of take advantage of this information. Taz making sure that nobody's pushing in aggressive towards main, and Olafmeister already pushed up close to Electric, so that's kind of like what he wants to do. He likes to get up close to main and Pop Dog, get into a bit of an aggressive spot in case somebody from VP tries to push through here early on. But VP, what are they thinking right now? 45 seconds left. Bomb getting set up still.
I think they're going to go for a B push eventually. It seems like the most likely course of action here. Which there's only one person in B, and there's not even anyone playing close connector, so I think Flush is going to have a lot on his hands here. Even with someone trying to rotate up Pop Dog, it might not be worth it. They actually go out instead, and Taz drops the bomb, but Snacks is going to be able to pick up the refrag, and Crim's still up here. Rotation coming in. Flusher with the P90. Look how low they are all on the VP side.
Yeah, Flusher just dancing on the edge of that smoke, but they will actually work their way out to B eventually. And this is all based on Pasha, but Pasha's going to get overwhelmed. Bomb will still get planted, and now Fnatic are in a bit of an awkward spot. They can get backstabbed here. As we can see, Snacks, he's worked his way up to connector, and this is going to come down to timing here. Does Crims realize that he's at risk? Falling back is definitely going to help a little bit. They're all so low on VP's side, but the element of surprise here for the man pushing through connector could make or break this for Fnatic.
It's going to be the kill. Neo going down. Snacks coming up from behind, and that might be the big play here. Byhally drops, and I'm not sure he can stop the defuse. They've got the kid. Snacks is not going to be fast enough. He gets the kill. It won't matter. Pronax will pick it up, and Snacks now 2 health left, and Pronax looking for the shot. Not going to get it, though, and it's going to be 3-0. Fnatic barely winning that round. VP, they get the bomb plant. They get a lot of kills, and they even steal that M4 there. So I would force up if I was VP. Yeah, I'm glad they do that.
Yeah, they want to go in. I mean, Neo again with the scout, but yeah, holding on to a rifle, that makes a big difference. And Taz is going to get a gun after all. Pretty reasonable buy, all things considered, here for Virtus Pro, whereas Fnatic, this is it. It's double. It's basically VP. Yeah, they had enough money to just eke out the buy, but Fnatic, they spent so much money this round that if they lose the next one, or if they lose this one, rather, they're going to be in a dangerous situation, eco situation. Bialy, does he get JW? Yes, he does. Easy kill. JW just slumped against the wall. Useless.
Nice idea. I mean, maybe they wouldn't have checked their Pronax setting up the pop flash for him. Gotta wonder what would happen if Pronax had a second flashbang to throw in there, but Byali winning a fight against Pronax too is gonna make it a double kill for him, and 5 versus 3. If they don't win this round, VP, it's gonna be a lot of trouble for them. Like, this is a great setup right now. Neo taking out Flusher as well, and Olafmeister very low on health. Crims trying to fight his way out of this corner, but he's also alone. He goes down. Byali with a quad kill, taking no damage along the round, putting the first round up for VP. And the money for Fnatic is horrendous.
That's the issue with that 1v1 in the last one, or well, with Pronax surviving, being the only man surviving for Fnatic in the round before. They spent all of their bank on that last round getting prepared for it. And JW, man, he is really having a bit of a rough time. Him and Pronax both actually sitting on, well, big fat zeros. They don't actually have anything on the board yet, whereas Flusha, Crims, and Olafmeister are the ones who are actually making this tough for VP. So we'll see when JW decides to wake up, if Lady Luck is going to, give him a bit of a wink tonight.
Over at B, Neo going to win that fight against Flusher. He was playing close to that corner, which is generally a decent idea if you only have pistols. You want to get in a position where people are close enough for you to one-shot. Crims, I think, tipping his hand there. One flashbang in, and he's already firing.
Yeah, and they know. Yeah, he tries to work his way back, but Pasha almost as an afterthought, just, takes his face off. And it's going to be Olafmeister and Pronax, the last two alive here for Fnatic. Not a whole lot that they can hope to achieve if they can catch somebody looking the wrong way, yes, but that's just not going to be the case. And VP with a perfect anti-eco round. Similar to what we were saying with Fnatic earlier, right? It's so key when you're facing these pistols to just keep everybody alive. Because now they actually have money to work with, Virtus Pro, whereas Fnatic are the ones who are going to go for a buy. With limited funds. No AWP for JW, for example. No AWP for JW. I'd really like to see him get that op, honestly.
I'm surprised that it's Flusher playing with the Max 7 and not JW, that they didn't switch, and then we've seen JW on train a long time ago though, but still has had a lot of success in the past doing that. Pronax playing all the way back here by Ivy, and VP's setup so far, I mean, they've been going slow at it, but they've been winning the crucial fights, so this time they can kind of afford to keep doing it.
Well, what's really interesting is that JW doesn't seem intent to go into Pop Dog at all. That's what you're saying with the Swag 7, right? That he would be so lethal with it is because he was in Pop Dog every single round. And so we see him in Alley with Pronax. We see him hanging back here on the A side. We don't really see him taking much of a forward position at all. And JW is a guy who really does rely on that confidence. So considering he's had a bit of a rough start so far, maybe that's having an impact on where he's deciding to position himself on the map. More passive rather than the usual JW, you know, just sheer bravery, you know, some would say madness, where he just decides to take these ultra aggressive spots.
3 men stacked up in the A-bomb site, and Pronax to go down first at Ivy. Seems like he hasn't had too much luck down in there, Pronax. JW trading places in the smoke with Pasha, and right now none of them have even found each other. There's Pasha going down finally. Krim's being able to kill as well, and JW long-range spray while strafing, picks up the kill. And good job here for Fnatic. Taz, definitely no chance to survive. Krims, oh, I thought he was going to try and steal the defuse there.
YOLO. He wants an AK instead. It's worth more than the points on the scoreboard, Anders. Come on.
Oh, he's definitely wrong about that. I would have jumped. Even if I had like 5 health and a chance to die, I would have tried to go for it. Oh.
And then, you know, that's the thing. That's just how CS works, the CS universe, right? Because you just like impale the bomb with the diffuse things with the little prongs. It's true, though. How does that work, actually? You know, there's like snips and stuff, like, what, it's like scissors, pliers on the kit. But he ends up like plugging something in that looks like it's like your mechanic would use that for his car.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. So what is this?
Vugo has died. Okay.
Did he randomly get to join the team and now he has to die? Is that it?
Now he has to die.
Maybe he messed something up there with the controls. Either way, pause has been cancelled. We're at a 2-round lead for Fnatic, still the first half here. And VP with enough money to buy even losing that round, so that's important.
Early nades going in, though. This could be brutal for VP. Deep HE does some reasonable damage. That's going to soften them up. And they are looking for that A split right now, VP. They're going to be pushing down Pop Dog. They're going to be making their way out main as well. Snax is through, leading the way. And he's got that AK, but he's just going to get annihilated. Olafmeister and JW. They just rip VP to shreds between the two of them.
Which is going to leave Pasha out here. And it would have been nice if he could have done some damage here. I mean, again, another round where Fnatic make it out with a lot of people still alive, and that's a big problem. VP, the reason they kept putting on so much aggression early on was because they would have those rounds that was down to a 1v1, so it made sense for them to continue to buy. Now it's starting to get a little bit scary here. Fnatic, they don't have a huge bank, but a couple of their players will start to build up a little bit. VP, on the other hand, they force up this round again. And it kind of has to work now.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, it's one of those do-or-die rounds. Otherwise, Fnatic are going to start extending that lead to where, well, it's going to start getting uncomfortable for VP. A bit like how it's uncomfortable for Snax right now. He's like out in the middle of nowhere on A main. And then Flusha, oh my god, he actually weaves his way through everybody? How is that even possible?
I don't know, that was some bullet dodging going on in there. VP very low on health, all of them, but they are all still alive by Ali. First to go down on that team, JW spraying but missing. And Pasha will take him out. Now Crimson Olafmeister might have to give up trying to retake this bomb site in spite of, look at how much damage is being put out here to the VP team. They are all very low on health. Crims is still halfway fighting for it. Gonna walk into the flashbang, still gets a headshot. And now it's all on Olaf. He is close, but might not be close enough. Actually, if he could get the first kill in, there might be a chance here, but bomb is ticked too far. He's going to take at least one VP player with him. Pasha is going to be able to survive. And look at that. I mean, they lose the round for Fnatic, but they get so much out of it.
They really do. VP are going to be just, yeah, exactly. Look at this, 4,000. Snax will be able to go for a full buy, but everybody else is just going to be inchy, like, just trying to squinch out a buy. Oh, and we lost somebody there. But yeah. He actually like dodges and weaves his way through the entire VP roster pretty much. Flusha, that's so frustrating. We lost Neo there, so no Steam logon. Ah, yes, the old bug.
The return.
We haven't seen that one in a while.
Well, luckily Neo is swiftly back. It seems like when it happens now, at least it's quick. It's not like that thing where you had to restart your whole Steam and sometimes your whole PC. You had to go and like flush your DNS cache and just everything just had to happen for that bug to go away. Yeah.
Were there enough Reddit threads, Anders, to get the devs to pay attention? Was that what happened?
Yeah, let's just credit Reddit. Why not?
There you go, guys. You did it, Reddit.
I don't know if that's what made a difference. I feel like those kind of things are always going to be on like a whiteboard somewhere in the Valve offices. Like, you know, this is still a thing, but to actually fix them might be, you know, sometimes a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, that's not good enough.
Pasha going to be taking down Pronax, who once again loses that fight. We should try and keep an eye on it. I feel like Pronax is like a 100% loss rate over at IB right now. Not looking too good for him. Crims, though, to pick it up right afterwards, and JW is there, and Bialy with a nice headshot. He's been playing really well, Bialy, so far. Taz going to go down to JW now. It's all on him and Stacks, trying to see if they can bring it back. They're a man down, but they've got so much time. See if they can win some more fights against Fnatic. And with Stacks still being here, it could be done.
And there we go, the step to give it away, and the bait as well. Fake plant here, trying to draw some kind of reaction out of Fnatic. No AKs though. It is going to come down to the fight. Now Bialy is also watching his teammates back. Between Snacks and Bialy, they've got the firepower. Can they find the angles though? Snacks to take one and Bialy the other. And just like that, it's going to be down to Crims, who's actually having to run in, and that gives away the position. They know exactly where he's playing from now, VP. It becomes so much more difficult now for Crims to actually get in here and deal with this crossfire that's been set up. Impossible, basically. Bialy lies in wait. And yeah, it's a tough... I mean, it all kind of comes down, like, I don't know, the one detail that you really notice, because after that it kind of turns into a maelstrom. But it's like, if you're going to throw a deep smoke on Ali, then you might as well not throw the smoke if you're going to back off that far if you're Pronax,
yeah,
because then the whole idea of having the smoke down is to spot them for that split second before they come out of the smoke and before they can spot you. But if you're so far back, you can't really take advantage of that smoke in the same way. You're just hoping that they're not going to be pushing through it. So, I mean... yeah, it's awkward sorts of things happening here between both of these teams. I
feel like Bialy's, what are they, like, Fade Shadow Daggers have got to be, like, the worst skin for that gun. Like, I would be even more insulted if I got stabbed with that. Like,
so which is the best one then? Slaughter? Slaughter looks pretty cool.
Yeah, like, I think those look good. It's just like the Fade one looks so silly somehow, you know? They're not so much Shadow Daggers as like Rainbow Daggers. Like, just get away from me with the Rainbow Daggers. I mean,
so what if he's a festival slut? I mean, he's just having a good time, Anders. Let him be himself.
It looks like they belong in like a candy store or something. I mean, look at it.
Alright, well, I mean, yeah, look at that. Crimson Web looks pretty dope. I can get behind Taz's Shadow Daggers.
Yeah. Also, but actually, for that very reason, I probably would pick up the Fade ones if I had a choice. Then I could stab people with them.
When you actually do stab them, you're just gonna be blasting different Sandstorm over the mic.
No, not that. What's her name? Carly Rae Jepsen or whatever. Like, Call Me Maybe. It's probably gonna be that more than anything. Yeah, it should be something strange like that.
Get some Taylor Swift.
Yeah. It has to be even more like happy than Taylor. Bialy taking down all of my steer. Crims with a good double kill, but Taz is still left alive, trying to see if he can pick up a couple of more kills in this round. Crims rocking the triple, gonna get shot in the face, and Taz making his way forward. He's got some time here. Smoke up. He's gonna get shot down by Flusher, somehow realizing that was a thing. And so Fnatic, I mean, 6 and 5 right now. They're not exactly controlling this game a lot, are they?
No, it always seems like it's right on the edge for them. Round of eco, and then they come back in with the next rifle buy. I mean, both of these teams, neither of them have really been able to establish a bank, a solid bank that they can fall back on for several rounds. It's just always, you know, skin of their teeth. JW going for what? Like, is JW going for the shotgun? And Olafmeister's got the AWP here. It's always so hard to predict what JW exactly, like, what he wants to do. So he's going to get right up there. Well, that works too. Nice headshot. A little HE follow-up as well, just to hold off any kind of counter push coming out from VP. But that's actually the best case scenario for JW. Gets out scot-free.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Tragically for Fnatic, Flusher goes down and returns, so they're still not really that much further up, but we'll see. Pasha setting up for a smoke on the left-hand side here. Trying to see if they can win the fight against Pronax down here. He has just not had a very good time, Pronax. He's been holding very much alone as well, and maybe that's it. Not a lot of teammates to play off of down here. Yeah. But still, I feel like he should be able to do better.
This is a better smoke for him, at least.
Yeah, true.
If he's going to be playing from that spot. A little bit of a flash as well. JW still holding close. Snacks will get the peekaboo moment here on Crims, though, jumping down onto lower. And now they start wrapping back around through pop. JW, should he be hearing this? Yeah, he should. Definitely if he hears the ladder as well. He should be calling this out to his mates right now, and there it is. Olofmeister was ready to greet them. Does go for the re-peek, but that buys time. That buys time for JW to get closer here, to be effective with that swag 7. He's going to be able to drop down. He can take out Snacks, or at least draw the attention to himself. And now it gets chaotic. Taz and Pasha, though, 2 big kills, and now it is just coming down to JW. What is going on?
I don't know. That should have been really, really good. Olofmeister played it well in C connector. He went for the first kill. The second one he didn't want to go for, because you're absolutely right. He was buying time for JW. I'm wondering if JW didn't just make some noise on the ladder, and that meant they turned around for a second. He realized they'd seen him, so he wanted to fall back, and then VP just won the fight. So I don't know. That was a bit weird.
It was.
But look at this: 6-6. Fnatic ecoing. VP. They could very likely win this game now. They're in a spot where they could take a lot of rounds in the first half here.
Oh, they can just clothesline them right now. Get up to that 8-7, 9-6 territory for VP. That'll be fantastic. And then Fnatic are just going to be... And it's also like Fnatic, who have always been a solid team on Train. If they let this go, oh my god. Or that happens.
JW, trigger discipline, allowing the first one to get past, kills the second one, steals the AWP as well. Beautiful play. But it is not done yet. There's still another 3 people left on the VP side, and the bomb is going to go down. They've got a Molotov on Taz, so Snack's actually delaying. A little bit worried there.
50 seconds. Looking for that headshot. Flusha somehow lives, and there it is. The spray down. JW not going to be able to find the angle to deny the bomb plant either. And, well, somebody's going to walk right into him, but then that's fine, because now it is that 1v2 situation. Neo's in an angle with the AWP where he should have an advantage, and they don't even need to deal with it. Smoke is actually going to go down, and they trade spots, and they're staring on each other, and Snacks is going to get the knife.
Yeah. JW and Snacks, 2 players famous for playing around the smokes. They meet right at the outskirts, and Snacks is like, this is my domain. You know, you wanna come play in the smoke with me?
This is my turf.
Shame he didn't have the shadow daggers. I'm just saying, like, cloak and dagger and smoke and all of that stuff. It would have been good.
True ninja.
Yeah, it would have been good.
See, that's the thing, though. It's like the ninjas now, it should be a part. Like, they all get jerseys. They should all get shadow daggers, too. They gotta live. They gotta live the role, man.
Maybe they should just add shurikens and get it done with.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Throwable shurikens. Oh, Snacks. Trying to escape with that smoke. See if he can look over and jumps right into JW's scope. Pronak's going to be, or actually JW down there, going to be a little bit careful. Still 4 on 5 here. And a very critical round for the Fnatic team. That's not looking, I mean, they are looking a lot more mortal these days.
They are, actually.
They can be beat.
They are not invincible, as we see there with JW. Pronax could fall here as well to Pasha. Getting that timing just barely off, and now Olofmeister going to get smoked out. There's the flash. He turns away from it, but he doesn't have the info. He doesn't know if anybody's gone past, and somehow Neo finds a shot on Flusha, who's peeking at the back of the trains. The one thing here is that Crims could get in position up in Pop Dog to cut off that bomb before it makes its way towards the B site. Only problem is, Crims doesn't actually know. He thinks that they're already down there.
Ooh.
Oh, this could have been godlike, and now Crims is like, oh. Oh. Okay, then. Well, now, you could have been the hero, Crims.
Yeah.
You could have.
That ship sailed at this point here. Bomb's about to go down. Pasha making damn sure that Crims is not hiding anywhere. Which is important. I mean, with 10 seconds left, you don't want to lose the bomb planting, so it's going to be successful, and Crims just still sneaking around, lurking about with that Mag 7.
And unfortunately for him, I mean, you see that. He lands a shot, and he does 5 damage because he's so far away with the shotgun. It's definitely not ideal. Neo is brave enough to try and peek in through connector. That's basically because he hears the steps of Crims running away. Yeah, that's just not going to happen, Crims.
Oh, grenade down. Pasha, be careful. He was 37 health. He stabbed Crims. What is going on? It's slice and dice day for the Polish team, apparently. Wonderful stuff here. And Fnatic are a team that, I mean, at least some of their players have been known for indulging in that kind of stuff, so
Oh, it's totally fitting. Just not Crims. You know, Crims has always been just such a nice guy. You know, he just gets the job done with his gun. You know, it's JW, it's Flusha.
Yeah, it's true.
Kill those guys with knives because they deserve it.
Happy on the envy team. There's a couple of people like that.
Some people you just like, you know, happy with the shooting people's corpses. You know, just to piss off Get Right. He always does it. So far, though, I mean, this round is actually panning out pretty nicely for Fnatic. 2-man advantage already at the beginning, and they've managed to upgrade their guns as well. So Olafmeister finding that initial frag, JW as well with that AWP now. And just like that, VP, they've lost control of the situation.
Flusha. Playing close with the Deagle here. Smoke is up right in front, but it's a slightly unusual position. They might not expect it. The smoke's going to fade, and Flusha just falling back as they make their way around the corner. Timing is a bit uncanny. JW opening up with a shot on Bialy, and Taz and Pasha left here. 2 versus 5. Not sure what the play is for them to get back in this round, but they've got to make a try. 15th round after all. Flusha goes down. Chance for a bomb plant if JW can't hit the shot, and he won't be able to, but Crims is there, and now Taz very much alone. Going to be down by Crims, and that will be the end of the half here. 8-7. And Virtus.pro, the fine first half.
Yeah, that's excellent work on VP's side. They got all the rounds that they need. They should be able to, well, I mean, it was still a 50-50 situation, but VP should be able to come out ahead here at T-Sign. I just hate to think of the thought of Fnatic not being like a top dog team on Train anymore. Just because, I mean, that's like Train is what did it for them. Even, I mean, it's hard to actually keep that within context now, but back when Train was like so horribly CT-sided, they are the ones who really started to get ultra aggro and shift everything up.
I mean, I think it's hard. I think I wouldn't read too much into Fnatic doing badly right now on any one map. I feel like right now, generally, they're just a little bit off-center. But the fact is, the major tournament is like not that far away, right? Like a week and a bit more.
Much, yeah.
So, so the fact is, I think Fnatic could also just be in like a, like maybe just like taking some deep breaths right now and saying, all right, it's coming up. Like let's focus on that more than anything else. I think they're going to be in a better shape once the tournament rolls around. But
I suppose maps like this at least is giving them something to look at and work on. I'm just wondering, you know, Fnatic have never been a team to really sit down and go to boot camp or prac or anything.
Oh, they put down the long smoke. Fnatic, they smoked C connector all the way out. That's very cool. Didn't they? I think they did. I swear I saw that going down. Yeah, the smoke was up there. Pasha coming up from behind. Flusha is going to be shot in the face, and now it's down to Bialy and Snacks here, and Snacks is going to find a bullet as well. Pronex with the last frag of the round, and that's going to be Fnatic picking it up. So I'm pretty sure that I wonder. Oh, wish we could replay that. I think Fnatic had a guy all the way out from the container in T-spawn. He throws a grenade that lands all the way in C connector, so it actually looks like you're about to run a different kind of strategy. It's very, very cool. Can we see it? No, maybe not.
It starts off here. There. You can see Pronex setting it up. Of course it's Pronex.
Oh, wow. Where's he setting it? So it's actually not off or outside spawn. It's all the way back there. Yeah. So it lands on the other side. That's very cool. Nice grenade.
Yeah, that was a sick one.
You can do it from a couple of different ways, but Crims picking up a double kill here. JW with a shot on Taz with a submachine gun, and this going in the way of Fnatic, it seems like. Neo, last man left here. And JW.
JW's just like, get out of my turf, bro.
Gangster style. Good stuff.
Yeah, have to say bro because we can't say the other word. But there you go. Snacks, Pasha, Taz, Neo, Bialy, all of them.
Like, I think if you're shooting a pistol and you did it with like the gangster lean with it, generally your accuracy would be awful. But I think with the Mac-10, in real life, it probably wouldn't matter because it like those things empty the clip so fast that like the whole notion of aiming anywhere is probably not going to be applicable. Like they're quick weapons.
Talk about the heart attack there for Taz. Talk about quick. That was a quick death. Olafmeister just dunking him, and then it's going to be down to Pasha and Bialy as the last two here for VP. But that's a funny moment. That's where, you know, when you're in the round and you're in Taz's shoes, you're like, well, not a damn thing I can do.
I tried. Pasha, Bialy, left here 2 for 5. And It doesn't even seem like a round where they can get a lot out of it. By Ali here, if they sneak close, maybe he could pick up a kill and a gun. That could work. But if not that, it's probably not going to be working out too well for the VP team here. So, unlike the first half, Fnatic are actually off to a pretty strong start here. They're going to have a chance to build a bit of a bank at least, and if they win the next round against VP, then suddenly they might be able to bring it back anyway. Pasha stealing an AK and getting a couple of kills. Pretty good job at the end of the round. 10-8 now, and we'll see. Fnatic, they got the AWP, and so does VP, picking it up on Neo, I think. Yeah, Taz. No escape.
I was watching right now, checking up a little bit on the standings right now, but yeah. Fnatic have definitely fallen behind. This is a key round, though. This actually can ruin Virtus.pro's hopes. If they lose this map, it could pretty much ruin their standing for the rest of this group phase, because they're sitting on 3 wins, 5 losses, Virtus.pro. They're way behind on Realm loss. If Fnatic beat them here, that's pretty much lights out for VP as far as hopes of making it to the LAN.
Well, so a lot hangs in the balance. And Olofmeister, the good opening frag there by Ali, going to be coming in. He got 1 kill, and JW back there tacked up a tiny bit. 2 Flusher going to be down by Neo, who's here to try and take the fight against JW. Grenade will do a little bit of damage onto the terrorist player. Taz now on the bomb site alone as JW picks up an AK and win both those fights, and Crims to take it down. What on earth happened over at Ivy? They had him, they knew exactly where he was. They had him tagged up to 40-some damage, and then he just kills them.
That's just done, and that's the explosive. Like, that's kind of like the feeling that I was getting of Na'Vi versus TSM, right? Where it's like, okay, this is it. They should get the, oh no, triple kill for Flamey. You know, like, just sometimes you have these players, they're just capable of having these kinds of performances where there's no accounting for it. It just happens. Triple kill, triple kill, triple kill. And there's, I mean, you can have the strat, but then they just make it work. And so Bialy, well, let's see what he can do this time around. He's going to be awaiting in Pop Dog, just hoping to greet somebody here. Maybe backing up. It's not Taz. Taz has been scarred to death. He's not going to be going into Pop Dog anytime soon. So it's going to be Snacks and Bialy trying to take a little bit more of an aggressive approach over there. And look at that new skin, Anders.
Yeah, invisible.
Exactly.
Oh, Snacks. Yeah, yeah, you know what's up, Snacks. Oh, it's so close. Flash down as well. Is he going to go for it? He's playing with it. He wants to crisp somebody, and then Taz is coming in. I kind of wish Snacks would have been there to maybe distract him a little bit here. He will make his way up. He's got that Zeus in hand now, moving a little bit closer with the USPS. Flusher trying to make his way out here, but he's got to be careful. He's on just 19 health, coming his way around the corner. Is he going to jump? He can't shoot through the window with it. He's waiting for it. Not going to make it work. Snacks ends up going down, and now Pasha, body shot in here, trying to follow up with the USP. Going to get the kill, but will be going down. Flusher with the triple, and that's going to be Fnatic winning one more round and making it to 12-8 here. Virtus.pro, they got to come back in this game right now. Wow. Triple AWP as well.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. You know, watching Snacks do that, right? You know that like famous scream of like Boba Fett falling into the thing, you know, like that, ah, right? Yeah, that's the sound my brain was just making watching that. If he had this P2000, I mean, if he had his USP out, he gets that kill. It's only because he's trying to mess around with the. Ooh, that's a sick little. I mean, that little spot right there, Pasha. He just got a visit to the doctor, and he didn't even know. Follow-up shot. There we go. Perfectly done. Yeah. What was the name of the scream that happens when he dies?
I don't know, but I've got a picture I want to show you later, and I'll tweet it to you. In fact, everyone else can keep with it. We'll get back to that in the break. Pasha going down early on here, so one of the AWPs taken away by JW. Good flashbang down there. Nice little pop in case anyone was holding, but nobody was. And a counter smoke coming up immediately from VP, trying to deny that kind of play from going on. Still, the bomb is up here, and we've got 4 people from the Fnatic side, sort of close to the B-bomb site.
Sort of close, and Olofmeister might find the angle. There's a gap. If only he'd been watching, he might have been able to pick off Neo as he made his way across. But still, 2 AWPs survive here for VP. Only issue is very light on the smokes. They do have 1 from Neo, and he's going to use that to block off Ali, so Olofmeister's going to be a little bit frustrated there. But that's not where the action's going to come from. Or did he use it to block off main?
Oh, Taz, Olofmeister picking up another kill. Flusher to take down Taz, and now it's all on Snacks up on the train. He's gonna get the kill on Flusher, but he goes down to JW. A huge round here for Fnatic. The Swedes, they still do have it, and now things get really tough for VP. They are low on money. Fnatic are building up quite a big bank here. JW 12,000. He's also got 23 kills, whereas Pronex has only got 2.
Yeah, Pronex is definitely struggling this map. I mean, talk about the complete and utter turnaround for JW, because at a moment there, is like, what, they were both at 0-0, like 0-2 and 3, 0-2 and 5, you know, having a really slow start, and JW just blew up, whereas Pronex has definitely been having a hard time. But then, you know, there's always that leeway that we can give to the in-game leaders where it's just like, okay, he's actually trying to figure out what his team needs to do to beat VP as well. Might be his hand as well. I'm really worried about that. The fact that he keeps playing, and he's got that the tendon issue right now in his right hand. So that's something that I really hope, you know, he's taken care of before the major. He might actually be like, that's the thing. Pronex would do that. He might actually be playing with that glove on right now, just to make sure that he's in good shape for the major. Like, this is a best of 1 online match. Major's a week away. Do you really want to be messing with, you know, your hand when it's already when he's already worried about it getting worse?
Yeah, you really got to be careful with stuff like that.
That might actually be what's happening right now.
Oh, trying to get that shot off. If he had hit Olofmeister, if he had just taken a little fall damage there, that would have been it. Byali going to pick him off, and 4 for 3 right now. VP trying to see if they can stay alive in this map here and bring it back, but Snacks is going to go down. That was Crims picking up the shot with the AK. Bomb is about to be planted as well, and this retake is almost impossible. They've got no armor and no kit on the VP side, so they needed to win this fight before the bomb went down. Now it's practically impossible. Pasha goes down to Pronex, and he dies to Byali instead. Neo, well, it would have been a nice shot if it could have happened. No scope headshot there, but Byali all alone.
That would have been godlike. Nice little bank nade, but it isn't going to quite catch, get around that angle. And now Byali, yeah, it's backup time. Make sure that he can actually get out of there with the AK.
I feel like we don't have too many CS players right now that have like long-term sort of damages from playing. I think the worst example that I can think of in like esports terms is probably MVP. Like the way that MVP's career has got.
Oh, StarCraft 2?
Yeah, in StarCraft 2, like
he had like a lot of StarCraft 2 players had major issues with their hands. Boxer as well had a shoulder issue from his posture.
Yeah.
I mean, basically ended his career.
Like for me, because I was like a huge fan of MVP, I feel like I was just like
that was like the one.
Plus, he was like so good. Like, still, I think one of the best StarCraft players of all time. So.
I guess one of the biggest, most famous issues was Fear, where he actually couldn't play in the international.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
It's getting really close now here in this game. Snack's going to open up. Fnatic 2 rounds away from taking it. Finally, VP could buy in. They're going to be able to open up and get a good frag in there. Pasha looking for a bit of a shot. A grenade going to be bouncing in once, twice on Olofmeister. Doesn't do that much damage. Follow up Molotov. And he's going to have to find a new corner to stand in, but they still haven't got rid of him. Now they're going to go and hunt. They're getting closer, and Olof, he nearly takes Pasha with him.
He nearly gets that battle done. And Fnatic, they still haven't actually managed to get anything going. Flusha is going to work his way out onto that B site. Snacks is going into the backstab, and Flusha hits the perfect headshot onto Taz. That's exactly what had to happen, but the bomb isn't here, gentlemen. The bomb could still work its way out onto the A site, and that's exactly what Pronex is up to right now. He's sneaking his way through. Byali, though, is holding the line, and he is going to be the first line of defense here, but Pronex opens up and gets that headshot, brings it back to a 2-on-3.
Oh, Pronex, see if he could do it. This really hasn't been his game, but got a big task ahead of him here. At least he has the bomb, picks up the one shot, ready for someone to come up from behind as well. And there's going to be Neo sneaking up. The gun barrel probably showing a little bit there. 9-14 though. And VP staying alive just a little while longer. Yeah. Actually, I mean, another player that we do have who's not really a player anymore, but still a big personality in the scene is Natu, who's got like
Natu's got a wrist issue going on.
Yeah, it's got some wrist issues as well.
I think it's actually the same thing that Pronex has.
Yeah.
So I mean,
the lesson is, guys, if you're out there and you're playing a lot, try and take a little bit care of your hands. Like, there are a lot of exercises you can actually do to try and like prevent it from happening.
Stretch after every match.
But you gotta do it before it starts to hurt. If you're just doing it when it hurts, that's pretty too late. So it's, you know, get that done. It's actually important.
A lot of exercises you guys can do. It's all online. Like
yeah, easily Googleable.
Yeah, and you guys should definitely do that if you're playing a lot during the evenings.
14-9. I mean, another 2 rounds for Fnatic. One big opening, and they will have got it. VP have already shown us one fairly impressive comeback today. Even though they didn't win it, they did bring it into overtime and Could have probably beat TSM on that cache map, so maybe they still have it in them. Smoke goes up here, just as Fnatic decide to push on through a Neo quick enough to get the headshot on Pronax, and Crims is going to go down as well. Did pick up Taz in the meantime. Still, this is a very slow push coming through from the Fnatic team, and VP should be in a good position.
Neo actually worried, but then Snacks just pushes through, and that's pretty much the end of the story. Flush on JW caught off guard somewhere in the middle of that smoke. And then you have Olofmeister. This is the guy I was wondering about, and he was definitely worried about. I think there being some kind of lurk going on the A side. He has no idea that Bialy's playing in connector, but this could be the big moment here for him to shine. He gets spotted, though. Does manage to transfer it, but then quick reaction there by the last man alive, just jumping right on top of him. What's happened?
What is so nuts about that is that Olof he registers that he's getting shot in the back, has to make the decision either to turn around, quick 180 on the guy who's actually shooting at him, but he takes out the guy in front of him first, then turns around and picks it up. You can check your Twitter feed. I did tweet you that picture so you can...
What the hell is going on?
I was going to wait until afterwards, but I couldn't.
Okay.
Click the image if you want. We've got got a bit of a pause going on.
What the hell's going on here? Did things just spaz out and break?
Yeah, I think maybe they did. Picture. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. I know this one.
I don't know why that's funny. Yeah. You guys join us on Twitter if you want to know what we're laughing about. I don't think it's appropriate for the stream,
I just saw the poster, man, for the new Star Wars is coming out December 18th, Anders. Do you know what we're doing that day?
The Force Awakens. We're actually off. We don't have anything to cast on the day.
We're actually watching Star Wars, yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Damn. I'm so scared it'll be disappointing, you know?
I'm not. I'm just like totally not having any hopes at all. I'm just like, this is just going to be entertainment. There you go. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, I'm not even going to be disappointed because I'm not going to be raising my hopes at all.
Man, that's the play to make right there.
That's all you can do, because if you start getting your hopes up about this, oh, it's going to be amazing. I mean, first off, guys.
Can I just reiterate this? I still think the play to make right now, considering the incredible amount of like Star Wars lore that's out there, like a bunch of people have written like all kinds of side stories about like everything that you could possibly want in every different age of Star Wars, to make it a television show like HBO. Come on.
Aren't Netflix negotiating right now? I think I saw that written somewhere that Netflix were negotiating.
Yeah, but it has to be HBO.
Why HBO? Dude, Netflix did like Breaking Bad and all that stuff. They could do something gritty.
Yeah, but people are naked more in HBO television shows, so gotta bring that up there. That's important.
But like Netflix have more money than God right now. They can.
They do have a lot of money.
They could do something. I think HBO are doing pretty good too.
All right. Well, either way, it'd be a good idea if somebody stepped it up and did that.
Like which perspective? Like how would you do it though? Be like the kids of like Han Solo and Leia, and you know, one of them's a Jedi and one of them's a merc.
Maybe you just don't like have an overarching storyline. You just pick up like all different like stories within the universe, but like maybe it slowly builds together.
A collection of short stories.
Yeah, it's like reintroduce like the Star Wars universe to a bunch of people. Okay. Like here's all the stuff you haven't heard of before. You know?
Yeah. You find a bunch of short stories and you expand on those.
Maybe like the first 2 seasons are just like that, and then you realize as you go into the 3rd season, wait a minute, there is a storyline. I'm like all these characters that's what you can do with TV shows, in my opinion. I'm a big fan of TV shows.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Considering I'm always so sad. Like even The Martian was just garbage compared to the book. You know, it's just like I'm so sad every time they try to make a movie out of a book. They can never get anything done there. It's just always always pure garbage.
Since we're paused here anyway, and we might as well talk about something. That's why I actually did enjoy the Mad Max idea of approach to making a movie.
Oh yes,
because I think you have to. You don't have time in a regular movie to go like deep into like character development and like we have to understand these people's backgrounds and like what they're like. Like we just have to accept it. Like so you might as well just try and sell the angle that these are the people, this is the universe, now let's go. We have a story to tell and this is it. And then you tell that story and you don't try and do anything more than that. I feel like whenever you try and like cram too much into a movie, it doesn't feel anywhere near like believable. It feels
polished. Yeah,
it feels really weird.
And it's true. Thanks for pointing that out, Chase. AMC did Breaking Bad, not Netflix. It's just that everything winds up on Netflix. Well, actually, no. Netflix is just really depressing most of the time because you're trying to find something and you're just like, oh, do they have this good movie? Oh, no, they don't. Oh, do they have this good? Oh, no, they don't. They just have like mountains and mountains of just garbage on that site. Like things that you would just never care to watch, but it's all there.
Well, especially, I mean, it's very, very bad. I feel like if you're in the European region, the problem is like American Netflix is pretty decent. So then you'd need like a VPN, which of course none of us would ever do.
No,
but,
never, never that.
But you would, then you'd need like a VPN to log into like American Netflix. It's, I feel like it's a little bit unfair. The whole point of the internet is that it shouldn't be regionalized, and yet these people are trying to regionalize it anyway. Could we stop doing that?
I know, it's almost like having exclusive content. Like that's not cool.
It's the same thing. Like whenever I find like a good song, and I have like a couple of friends, I link all the music that I find. I'm like, oh, this is a really good track. I link them, and then like they just copy me back and say like, this song is not available in your region. I'm like, it's the internet. Like, can we,
dude, YouTube
can we
in
stop?
Germany?
Can we stop
YouTube
pretending?
in Germany? Or it's like half of my playlist has been gutted because of that garbage.
Yeah. It's very annoying.
It's against certain regulations. It's not available. What?
Yeah. But if you get one plugin for your Chrome, like a VPN, then it's still available.
Wherever you are.
Great stuff. Well, not sure what exactly the pause is, but I'm guessing it can't be too much longer here. Fnatic, they've got some money. VP, a little bit less, but they obviously are winning right now in terms of like the last couple of rounds, so maybe they could continue on that streak. While we're raving about Netflix and everything else.
Right.
I mean, the problem is for me, I swore I would never do this because I thought it was kind of stupid. I always felt like, why don't HBO and Netflix and whoever else is out there, why don't they just all band together and make one streaming service that I can then subscribe to?
Well, then it's like a monopoly. Then, who's going to raise the bar? You know what I mean, Anders?
I don't know.
If one guy takes over everything, who is going to be the one that is going to force them to innovate, force them to come up with something new?
But the problem is,
if there's just one person trying to control one scene.
I see what you're getting at here.
It doesn't work, right, Anders?
Well, the problem
it's all going to become just like a shade of gray.
The problem is now I have, oh no, now I have both a Netflix and an HBO account, so, and I don't have time to watch any of it anyway. So,
right? That's the main thing. It's just like you're desperate when you're just really tired and you're actually like, okay, let's watch some Netflix. Apparently, actually, we don't have any update for you guys, so not really sure what's going on. Okay, well, we did just get an update there. Apparently, a couple of the Fnatic players have timed out, so we should be back soon, guys. We should be back soon enough. Hopefully, they've got Swedish internet, so I mean, they should be fine.
Yeah, can't be too much of an issue.
It's not like UK internet or basically anywhere else in the world internet. Because yeah, that's what I'm saying. Swedish internet is supreme, reigns.
Yeah, it's one of the regions still where there's like no data capping, I think. Not in Denmark, I like Scandinavia. So everywhere else in the world, it seems like they're trying to introduce like, bandwidth limits again, which I wish we could.
I feel like that's the States, right? Every time you look at the state, like
it happens in some parts of the UK as well.
It's just like, oh yeah, Sprint are trying to do this again. It's like, what? Come on.
Yeah, and then like they'll just throttle your line, so then like suddenly everything is very slow. I don't know. That should never be a thing. No, people should shy away from that.
Should never be possible. What happened to like the internet where it's just like, well, no, we're not going to go there. Maybe we should talk about some CS now, Anders.
Some Counter-Strike. Well, I mean, at this point in time, VP, they've got a bit of a sort of a way to get back in here, but they need to win a couple of rounds against Fnatic to completely break the economy. Right now, Fnatic go for an AK, JW go for an AK, and then Crims and Flusher could buy whatever they want. Olof, he could get dropped by Crims, but I actually think the way Fnatic think about things, they probably just go for like Tech 9 and a bunch of grenades on him. Because if somebody dies, then Olof probably picks up an AK from whoever is left. I don't think they need to spend all their money here, because it's pretty reasonable for Fnatic to have a bit of a bank going into a little bit further. So, Crims and Flusher, just leave them with a bit of money, I think. So make that buy work, and then maybe try and change the pace a bit. Like, they haven't been too aggressive, too speedy, especially on the A side of the map.
I mean, we usually see all of them. That's why I'm wondering, because it always seems like Fnatic were kind of like some of the trendsetters, right, for certain maps. I'm thinking I'm thinking Cobblestone Plateau. Olafmeister went out onto Plateau all the time, used to just wreck people until people figured that out. And then on Train as well, when it wasn't just straight rushing, it was Olafmeister sneaking his way out through A main to get behind Green Train, behind that first train, and just try and catch somebody in that position there until people started to figure out how to deal with that. So I feel like Fnatic are really in this phase where it's like, okay, well, how do we reinvent ourselves again? You know, find another way to approach this map again that is going to make it that is going to make it difficult for people to deal with us. I mean, Olafmeister in particular, he's got to be feeling particularly frustrated because it's just like every time he's just like, why are they all copying me, Anders? Why can't they just leave me be? I'm a special snowflake. And then they're like, nobody is special. That's Kerrigan's voice.
Well, I mean, I think that is the problem with being the #1 team, is that suddenly everyone looks at you, and you know you're going to become the model for how to play a lot of things. So then you're right, reinventing yourself. I think Fnatic have been smart in that sense in having Vugo for one, but a couple of other people involved to try and look at demos and continue to look at their own game as well as everybody else's game. Like, I think Fnatic have stayed ahead of the curve for a while on that front.
Or it's just Flusha throwing a hissy fit halfway through the map and then deciding, I'm going to call now, and that just doesn't help anything. Apparently, right?
It's time for me. Well, didn't he promise that he would never do that ever again? He was never going to call in this team.
Yeah, but haven't they done that before in the past? And if that feels like something that's going to be recurring.
Talk is cheap.
Exactly.
New Flusha, hashtag.
Hashtag new Flusha.
I don't know.
But I mean, that does feel like something that's going to come back, that could come back, right? That could rear its ugly head once again down the line once Fnatic starts struggling again. It always comes down to like a question of whether you trust your in-game leader. I think that's what it all boils down to eventually. Yeah,
and that I mean, that's something that's really hard to do. It isn't always easy to know whether or not your in-game leader is completely in charge of things, especially as you start to lose a bunch of rounds. So I don't know, Fnatic, they should have, I think, a lot of evidence that Pronax is in control of things. But I guess even if you're one of the best or the best team in the world, you're still got some doubts there every once in a while. So still waiting for everybody to connect back onto the server so we can finish up the game. We do actually have one more game coming up for you guys this evening, which is Dignitas and TSM. And I hope this doesn't get delayed too long, because I think someone was tweeting earlier. I think MSL was tweeting, we want to go live or something. So I'm not sure if that's going to be the thing.
Zipnix. Come on. Thorin, you misspelled Zipnix's name. How? Like, is this guy a professional writer, Anders? I don't think so. A typo in an article? That's it. I'm not reading it.
Wow.
Apparently, topic of Thorin, TSM need to win this major.
Yeah, they do.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. You don't say, Thorin. Really? I mean, it's not like they've just dominated and then they get to the major and then they run into Envy every time and die to them. Like,
yeah, but I mean, ultimately, TSM, they've got everything they need to call themselves the best team in the world, except for that major win. That must be everything else is there.
Well, it's exactly that, right? It's if they get the major win, then they're the best team in the world over Fnatic, pretty much. That's the only thing that's holding them back.
Yeah, at least right now. So
and it's probably the only thing that's keeping this. I mean, I don't know. Could you see this team breaking up if they don't actually do it? If they don't actually win this next one at Cluj?
I think it depends on how they lose it. But yeah, I would say that if they lost it, then it's so hard to know. I think if they lost it due to some small margin, then I think they would buckle down and say that was so close, we'll do it next time or something. Yeah. But I think if they got, like you said, if they ran into Envy and got wrecked, then I think they would probably blame each other more than they would.
That would be like the gods laughing. That's like some Titan and Envy always have to be in the same group level stuff. Where it's just like TSM run into Envy again in the bracket, where it's like you have that like triangle. Well, I mean, everybody's kind of beating Fnatic right now, but when we get onto LAN, when things are actually real and serious, Fnatic, they just go right back to being just this fearsome beast that can only really lose to TSM, right? So it's like TSM are just like, why are we running into Fnatic in the semifinals? God damn it! Like, please.
Yeah. But I think it's also because the Danish scene is structured in this particular way right now, where there actually is a lot of talent in teams that aren't TSM.
Sure.
They would have candidates to try and switch up things.
But who would you switch up?
Right now, nobody.
Yeah.
There's no one I can think of that I would want to change.
Well, who has been underwhelming recently?
I feel like not to point too many fingers, but recently I think Cajun has been slightly less than everybody else.
Anders, we might as well be married.
Yeah, we're almost getting to that point, aren't we?
But I mean,
so
there you go, bro.
So maybe that's it. But I I don't know. I think that's actually right now with TSM a call you probably can't make from the outside. Like, not to try and defend them too much, but I think you would need to know what the internal team chemistry is like to figure out who needs to go, because it could also be that like at that point I think it comes down to more like what kind of attitude do people have? Are people willing to do the jobs you throw at them? Outside of just who's killing who, how much information are people giving? Are they contributing to the team in other ways? Like, there's a lot of things that we don't know. So
well, that's always been my main concern with like Cajun is like, if he's getting frags and mad fragging and just doing like crazy work, it's like, yeah, but he's always had that reputation. I know it's gonna be like years of him just like trying to live it down, but of being a rager, right? Of being somebody who's actually really difficult to play with, because he can just, if something goes wrong, he will just throw you under the bus time and time again, and then he rages and he sells his PC and he leaves and does something else. Then he comes back a month later and he starts playing again. But that's the kind of like process with Cajun, right? I feel like this is like the longest time he's been on a team for like how long now? Yeah,
it is. But at the same time, if you're playing at like a local random Danish LAN, and your team loses and you feel like you should have won, it is a bit easier to sell your PC and walk away. Whereas if you're playing at like pretty much the top level of Counter-Strike that there is,
that there ever has been.
Yeah, that there ever has been. It's probably, I think those kind of like explosive reactions are harder to try and like pull off. I think
I guess now you actually have a salary to lose.
Yeah, you have a salary to lose, but also like it's hard just to blame your team. Like your teammates are also going to be so good that you might not just want to like put all on them. Like it's not. It's going to be, I think it's going to be easier to try and look at yourself and say, how could I have done things differently or better or something like. I think it's easier
if you're rational thought, Anders.
Yeah, I think if you're the one superstar in a team of otherwise not that good players and you end up losing, then you might as well kind of just like explode and say, you guys all suck and I'm leaving. But if all your teammates are like super good players, that becomes more difficult. So got a bit of a replay in there. Still waiting for everything to unravel here. So we've got a bit of a pause in the game. Some sort of tech issue going on. I'm not sure what it is. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Eventually. By the way, how crazy is it that Thorin is just releasing like so many articles all over the place? Like, because I see him like, he's doing like Counter-Strike and now League of Legends is happening as well. Yeah, so he's going mad on that and it's just like everywhere. I don't think I know anybody who creates as much content as Thorin does and like across like so many different titles.
Well, like basically 2 now, I guess. He's like what, just League because he works with Monte Cristo from League, and then CS because of obviously like Thorin's thoughts and everything, his history in CS. I mean, he is like crazy prolific. You're right.
Yeah,
the guy's a monster machine.
I swore I saw him write something related to Dota at some point.
He did, right? Yeah, he tried to branch out into Dota, I think, but then he realized. I mean, I think that point there was like CS got big enough where he didn't have to look for more.
Yeah,
games to like just put more content out there, because now all of a sudden, with his CS content, he can actually make things work, right?
So it could be interesting enough, though. I mean, like his insight into League, and then like if you like, there's a lot of crossover with Dota, even though they're like very different games. Don't want to offend anybody, but like at a core,
good save there.
Yeah, good save, right? 100 people tweeting at me like, oh.
They are exactly identical. LoL is actually more complex than Dota, as far as I'm concerned.
Wow. Some professional troll here.
You know why?
Tell me.
It's because, like, Dota is just simple. There's only Rosh. There's only, like, one boss, right? In League, there are 2 bosses. You got the Dragon, and you got Baron. I mean, that's just, like, twice as hard, right, Anders?
I mean, I had more fun playing Han anyway, so I don't know, like.
How many bosses were there in Han? Oh, there's like Kongor or whatever the hell his name was.
Kongor, yeah.
But again, see, that's what I'm saying, man. Just one boss. It's not good enough. You need to have multiple bosses, and and it scales up the number of bosses, then the number of team fights are going to be possible, and then you can play all around that. Dota, it's just straightforward.
I see. You're gonna get a couple of tweets. I can feel it already. Don't tweet at him, guys. Just trolling.
Yeah, man. I know. Somebody just tweeted me the poster for the Star Wars thing. That's what I was looking at. Pretty sick poster, but then I'm like, where the hell's Luke? Right? Like, where's Luke, Anders? Tell me. Is he this guy here in the middle? I guess that's supposed to be him, but then he got the short end of the stick. Like, he needs to talk to his agent. If that's like all of the real estate that he's going to get on the poster.
Yeah, it's true. I like the theme, though. Like, blue on one side, red on the other side. Like, the whole lightsaber in the middle to crowd up the picture. It's really good stuff here.
Yeah, this is
some good composition going on.
This is some sick stuff, yeah, no doubt.
And like you see how the actual stormtroopers in the bottom are like spread out to either side. That gives it like that actually does give it like an 80s movie poster kind of feel to it.
Oh, for sure. Well, this is like that classic, right? They've really stuck with the theme.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's nitpicking it though. You know, I'm sure that we could like look on Reddit right now or something and find people nitpicking it.
Yeah, it's Reddit after all. Hard to
Actually,
imagine how that
I'll
wouldn't be a
check that
thing.
right now. 1,200 comments. Not bad.
Not bad. Well, now I've got Dupree messaging me asking what's going on.
Huh?
With the stream. Dupree's wondering what's happening.
Tell him to go vacuum his apartment.
Oh.
Damn.
I think he already has a girlfriend to tell him that, to be honest. Hard life for Dupree.
How many bosses does CS have? Let's start counting.
Dust 2 boss.
Olaf Meister, JW. You know, let's just go down the list. That's how many bosses CS has.
It's not
LoL
even,
and Dota ain't got on us, man.
It's not even bosses. It's, you know, it's gods at this point.
Shoxy, Happy, NBK. The list goes on and on. Sorry, LoL. 2 bosses. That's all you get. That's all you're good for. It's just not good enough, man. We don't have NPCs in CS.
No, that would make for just such a weird style as well. It's like, hey, if we all group up with our Glocks and shoot this guy in the corner, then he has an AWP and we can run with it and kill someone.
Rip skins. Pick, or I don't believe you that you have a pet kangaroo.
What?
Dude, this guy Rip Skins, he's like, can you hurry up, please? I need to feed my pet kangaroo. Sorry, bro, I don't believe that you have a pet kangaroo. I need a pick. Pick or it didn't happen.
Pet kangaroo. Kangaroos kind of scare me, though. I don't know what's going on there.
No, Max, I do not. Thank you, though, bro. It does look good, but I don't want to use it. Do we want to talk about the U-porn trying to find a CST?
Sure, I think it's a great idea. I mean, why not? I feel like, you know, it's like a type of sponsorship that's appropriate for an esports audience. I mean,
hey, this is a mature audience.
There could be conflicts. Like, I feel like with other sponsors who might be like, nope, we're not gonna get involved with that.
Well,
but sure,
I can understand like League and whatnot, where it's just like, you know, their game looks like it's made with like, you know, rainbows and ponies and stuff in mind. You know that they're appealing to a young audience. Yeah, sure. CS, this is a mature audience, man.
I'm pretty sure there's porn for that too, though, Sandler. I mean, just saying.
What, do you claw panders?
There's if you search, I'm sure you can find some stuff out there. I mean, we might get into some trouble right here. But yeah.
We might get, we're not actually going to make it home. We're in the belly of the beast, Anders. We say one wrong word here.
No. They're in Berlin and we're in Cologne. There's like at least a 2-hour drive to get here. we'll be gone long before they get here. Don't worry. The riot assassins.
Make it across the border.
So, still waiting on everything to get underway. I hope you guys are all right with it. Should be starting very soon here. And of course, once this game is done, we still have Dignitas and TSM. So, domestic matchup there to finish off the evening. Should be lots of fun. We'll see how it's gonna...
It's been a long time since we've had a pause like this. It's just different right now because we don't control... we don't actually control the camera, so we can't go and find stuff to talk. I think we've kind of trained itself to death, though, so watching replays isn't too bad. I still love walking around like random train stations in Europe, though, and seeing like the high five sign, or at least what I think is the high five sign, right?
Yeah, or no aliens, depending on how you know, it goes different ways.
See? No aliens, man. Actually, that's a bit of a hot topic in Europe right now, so maybe not.
Yeah, you're right. It definitely is. A lot of panic. A lot of fear. We'll see. All of this is in slow motion as well, you know.
They're really trying to draw it out. They don't actually have that much footage to work with, so they just got to make it last as long as possible.
Yeah. I wonder what the frame rate is at that point. Like, what's the slowest we can get? It'd be nice if we can get like 120 FPS, like, you know, slow motion, where it's super slow motion. I like that. Some Top Gear level slow motion.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 4K as well, dude. Is that what's gonna happen?
That's the future. That's what everyone says. Let me. What are you laughing at? Tell me.
Oh no, man. I'm serious. I seriously think like by now, you know, we're gonna walk out that door. Hoods are gonna go over our heads. You said one word too many.
Except 120. Oh, Hannes is saying that Cologne Berlin is like a 5-6 hour drive.
Oh, we got plenty of time then. We're good.
Yeah.
It's all good. We can finish a couple games before we have to like run for the border.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Well,
are we gonna watch the match in slow motion?
Yeah, we're just gonna rewatch the whole match in slow motion.
It looks like it, right? Like, yeah, look at that. They're even slowing it down further now.
Nice.
Well, people have already heard me what I sound like in slow motion, so I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
I feel like everyone sounds a bit weird in slow motion. Good fun.
I actually sound like a, yeah, no. Like I've had a few too many in that video. It's actually kind of weird. I listened to it. I was just like, I need to stop this right now.
Yeah. So you never got to watch the new X-Men movie. I was trying
the latest one?
Yeah, I think it's called First. I don't know if it's the latest one actually. It was called First Class. They had like a pretty poor selection of movies on my flight to California, so I wasn't.
Which flight company did you go with?
Norwegian, I think. But the flight itself was good. But I mean,
was it a Dreamliner? You know, the one with like the bigger windows on the side, and they regulate the lighting so it like minimizes jet lag.
I don't think it was like that.
That one is sick. I was on that when I went to LA, and it was like, okay then. I mean, movies were still garbage.
I did go business class there, so like that was sweet.
No, you didn't, Anders. You went business premium or whatever, economy premium economy or whatever.
Well, that was the most you could get on that flight, I suppose. So like, still, it's pretty good. I liked it.
Premium economy was the best. Yeah, that was actually that's why James, like the one good thing he did for me. When I flew over for DreamHack Winter 2012, 11, put me on premium economy.
Nice.
I was just like, James, you are the real hero. You are the hero.
Is that when you got
slept on a plane?
Is that when you got lost at the airport?
No, that's when I came back from my brother's graduation. Apollo and I were on the same flight back out of LA because he was visiting. He was doing MLG Anaheim, and I was coming back. And yeah, long story short. American banks suck because they block your card if you happen to try and use it, on the other side of the world, and without telling them that you're going to be doing that. And then I didn't have a phone at the time, so I was kind of stranded. It was fun. I was contemplating walking back for like Swedes who've been to like Arlanda. I was actually because I didn't know the distance that well. I was like, I'm gonna walk back to Stockholm. Yeah. And the person by the information desk is like, I do not recommend that, sir. I'm like, but what do you mean? How far is it?
3 hours. Good luck.
It's a bit longer than that.
Actually, I've had this problem as well because like I end up using my car like one day in Cologne in Germany, then like the next day in Denmark, then the next day in California, and they're like, what's going on here? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
A little bit too much traveling.
Swedish banks are kick-ass though, man. I haven't had a single comment from them. They're just like, yeah, no problem. Just
keep paying us money and we're good to go.
Yeah, American banks.
Yeah, someone's asking what the next Theorycraft video is going to be about. I mean, I'm looking at cache. It's terrifically difficult to find anything on cache because it's all grenades. So it's all like, Molotovs and smoke grenades and flashbangs and like neat tricks like that. Almost no wall banging at all. So I don't know. It's not that it's on Cobblestone.
Oh, on Cobblestone,
so
yeah.
It's all like, it's not that it's limited. Like Cobblestone has a lot of features, but it's you have to spend a lot of time and you have to learn a lot of the problems, and it's just like all very like intricate details. So I feel like Cobblestone is actually the hardest map I've had to like try and come up with something on yet. It's like, I don't know, maybe I just don't know enough about it, but it's not easy.
Yeah. I mean, it's also a huge map, so you got a lot of ground to cover on that. It's almost like you need a team.
Yeah.
Of people to go over it with you, Anders.
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple of people I try and enlist every once in a while. That's why I've been dead and never answers me on Steam. It's like, Ben, I got to test something. It's like, yeah, I'm AFK. I'm gone. Yeah. But no, I mean, in case you guys don't know, I did...
Imagine the sponsor break commercial for YouPorn. How would that be?
Well, I mean, here's the problem. I think with the thread was up on Reddit and everything. Here's the problem that I would have with the YouPorn team is that it would be very, very hard to cast it without making a lot of jokes. I mean, like a lot of jokes.
Yeah, man, it would be great. I'm just trying to think of like what would be the angle, right?
I feel like that would
gaming is stressful.
It
between this break, why don't? Okay.
Exactly, like it would actually derail like part of the show just because it would be very hard to not just
take it seriously.
Yeah, but still, why not? Oh, are we live?
Are we live?
Is it happening?
Oh my god. Okay, well, guys, it looks like Fnatic won that round, and they're up at 15 rounds now. So match point for Fnatic, VP 13 rounds, and a force buy for them to try and keep Fnatic from winning this. So we're live. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for being patient during the break and listening to Anders and I, our rambling.
15-13. Oh, crouching in, and Pasha missing the shot, but Snacks most certainly does not. Gets a couple of headshots, a third one as well from the AK, and that's going to leave all of Maestro all alone. Great job on Snacks, obviously. And that looks like we could be going into a 30th round here. VP about to make it 14-15.
Yeah, Wolfmeister's just hoping. He's not going to make it past the open ground there. Neo going to pick him off as soon as he goes through. And, well, it is going to be a 30th round. And right now, I don't think that Fnatic are going to have the money for a full buy. No, far from it. 3 guys can afford, well, 3 guys can go Galil, Kevlar. JW could probably squeeze through with an AK if he wanted to, but this is not pretty. Fnatic, they don't have any money. Yeah, and Pronax is going to go CZ and Armor just to be able to get some nades to work with. But I guess that long break, it kind of benefited Virtus.pro a little bit more than it did Fnatic, because now, all of a sudden, we may actually be looking at another round of overtime.
We definitely could. Galil, Tech9, P250, and a CSET 75 on Pronax here, and Olofmeister's already down, so one of the Galil's gone here. Pasha winning that fight. Pasha down there as well, and he's going to check Ivy, so that's a lot of information just gained from Pasha walking down Ivy. This is a golden play by him.
Oh, Snacks, he somehow gets that spray. JW's got to be livid. And now, well, he is going to get hunted down, but not before doing a little bit more damage to Pronax. The backstab is real. Pasha is going to take out Crims, and yeah, if we don't wind up with overtimes now, this would be ridiculous. Pronax again in a 1v3 after losing Flusha, so this is pretty much it. Pronax, do you have a godlike play in you?
Not this time. Bayali going to find the headshot, and I mean, that was somewhat unlikely as well that was going to happen. So overtime, ladies and gentlemen, here on Train, after a bit of an annoying pause here, but we are soon to be ready. You got to assume the team is going to be wanting to move on as well. What are we seeing?
I mean, we're just seeing Olofmeister executing his teammates in frustration, I think. That's, he's just like, how is this possible? I mean, this is excellent if you're from VP, you guys, to give you a little bit of context, I suppose. If you're VP right now, if you're a VP fan, you're definitely crossing your fingers and praying that they win this game, because if they lose it, that pretty much kills their chances of getting to the LAN final that's going to be happening beginning of December. Whereas for Fnatic, I mean, they're still sitting second in the league. TSM have taken the lead now, but they're still right up there at the top. Only 3 losses to their name, 8 wins, I believe. So, I mean, this match isn't as important as it is for Virtus.pro. Virtus.pro, it's a do-or-die time right here. This overtime, they have to make it work. Whereas Fnatic, they still have just a little bit of room for error.
And I mean, Fnatic is one of the teams you can almost be sure to lose matches to. So, if you get a win against them, like some easier teams might be coming up later on. We'll see. Right. Fnatic now, we're in overtime there on the terrorist side, VP still on the CT side, and we've got a double up set up straight out the bat here for VP. A huge investment, which also means if they lose, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. If we bring up the scoreboard, Pasha and Neo, the scoreboard's bugged a little bit, but we'll see. Olofmeister sneaking around the corner, going to get the first kill in, jumps up and takes down by Ali. 1 open, 1 rifle gone.
Godlike. And that's going to certainly set VP back in a key round. They need to win this round because it's 10,000 starting money, and they're on the CT side. It's almost to the point where they need to actually just back off and save these guns. JW catches Snacks trying to get clever on the side of the smoke. Not this time, he says to Snacks. And now, well, it's going to be Neo and Taz, the last 2 alive here for VP. And Taz, really, odds of him making it out of this one alive, they're pretty slim. He's been spotted.
Shooting a little bit through there. Olofmeister to pick up that kill. Triple for him, and obviously a great way to start for Fnatic. Neo all alone, just trying to save that AWP. But yeah, when you make that investment into double AWP at the beginning of overtime and it's MR3 and 10k, you're going to be in some trouble if you don't win it.
That's all when Pronax succeeded. But he doesn't get the follow-up. Information is there, though. Neo has nowhere to go. There's the flash, and there's the shot. Flush, perfectly done. So no saving for VP. If he could have saved that off, that would have been godlike. That would have made such a big difference.
Well, we can see the money now. Pasha down to 3,000. They do buy another couple of AWPs, so essentially going all in here. And a scout. Okay.
Yep, and yeah, all in is right. Look at that. $100, 450 total on all 5. Like, that is no money left if Fnatic win this round. Virtus.pro virtually tombed. So this is going to be the big moment now. And VP, nothing went their way last time because they played fairly aggressive. And again, look at that aggressive push into Brown Halls. They got a man up there. I believe that's Taz. He could be getting into a really clever spot. He's actually just holding on the edge of the smoke. And Fnatic, yeah, Flush, he's just like waiting. He hopes for Virtus.pro to make the mistake, but Taz, after that opening kill from Neo, realizes, I don't need to take any more risks. I can back off and play it safe and make Fnatic sweat.
And a big frag as well. Now it's JW with the AWP on the other team. He goes down. Going to give a little bit of more space for VP to move around, but a bit more comfort here. 2 people on the B-bomb side, 3 on A, and even a guy playing C connector. So a lot of mobility right now on the CT side, wherever Fnatic decide to push. Crim's thinking about dropping down, but just waiting a little bit. Is it going to be a B hit here?
I mean, odds are that could work. Neo with a delayed smoke, though. That's going to make a Fnatic hesitate for just a moment. 30 seconds. They actually hit the timing just right. They go before that smoke goes up. Neo gets some shots through. He's looking for it, but he can't quite find the angle on Pronax. Instead, it will be Snacks with the AWP. Neo stops Flusha from planting that bomb. And a perfect hold here for VP, only sacrificing Taz in the process. But that was a key save right there. Fnatic, they don't care. They have all the money, but they would have loved to have just get that 3-0, to get that perfect first half, make their lives easier going into the second one.
They are going to be going with another AWP, a couple of Molotovs as well on that terrorist side, and we'll see if Virtus.pro can actually wake it back here. Again, this is a crucial map win for them. They need to take this one home. Otherwise, they're going to be in a lot of trouble later on in this tournament. And again, I think it's Taz pushing up very, very aggressively all the way over at the other side of the map here, and JW's right up there. Have they not spotted each other? Taz is waiting for it, but nobody's moving. JW's up there. This is really scary. That smoke is about to fade, and Taz is going to be faced with the whole Fnatic team. He's just now heading back up. Must have made a little bit of sound dropping down there, but he's going to get shot at the side of the face there. Neo takes Crims down. Taz nearly drops Orvmeister, and the follow-up Molotov grenade there is going to be Neo winning that fight.
Yeah, and there's the follow-up nade onto Neo. So 3-on-3 retake scenario now. Smoke's going up as well. No reason here for Fnatic to peek. They could try and challenge a little bit. Snacks is going to get control of upper, but if that Neo smoke is actually going to be working against Snacks somewhat. Pronax there to take out Bialy, though. But Snacks taking out Pronax in turn, gets a fresh smoke down, but he's been spotted from on high. And it's going to come down to this player. It's going to come down to JW now. He's lost his teammates on the site. Pasha trying to push forward. It's a 1 versus 1, and now it's all down to JW, but he's making use of the smoke, and he manages to get out of there in time. Perfectly done there by JW. Hits the timing right on, taking out Snacks as well. That was the key play right there.
And then goes back and repeats when he realized the guy is going to have a grenade out to try and put it down. So just everything about that play from JW was really good stuff. 17-16, Fnatic winning 2 out of 3 terrorist rounds on the overtime, and now they're going to be playing the CT side only another 2 rounds, and then they will have done it. And Virtus.pro, on the other hand, they lost a player in the meantime. I think they have.
Bialy, yeah. Where is Bialy? Where in the world is Bialy San Diego? I don't know.
He's probably going to be back here. Probably going to be back. Someone's asking what our favorite movies are.
No, I can't do
Bialy's back. All right, we're good. We're good.
Can't do that. Yeah, good timing, Bialy. Save us from that one.
Yeah. I'm not talking about YouPorn. I'm talking about cinema movies. All right, 17-16, and the second half of the overtime is coming up here. Let's see what Fnatic are going to throw us at. It was VP going for the double up. Olofmeister's got his. JW, I mean, they've got the money for it now. Could go straight into double up if they were feeling like it, and they will. And there's a double up on VP as well, so 4 ops in play. All right.
Oh, buddy. Oh, okay, this is going to get chaotic. Flusha just vandalizing the site as well. Come on, Flusha. This is your home. You're trying to defend it. Initial shots going out. So we had the duel already looking in through A main. It looks like Snacks gets tagged down to 40 HP. That probably was a nade to the face, though. Pasha going to one-up him, though, by taking out Olofmeister with a headshot, and that's going to open it all up here towards Ivy. They want to put the pressure in, but there are 2 players. scratch that one player there who could potentially stop this push, but then Snacks catches out JW, and it's falling apart. It comes down to Crims now on the site.
Pronax just had an awful day down at Ivy there, but Crim's trying to make up for it. He gets a double kill, but he goes down now. Flusher taking out Neo. Taz, he knows where Flusher is, and Flusher has no clue where Taz is right now. That's why he's going back and checking, and Bomb is going to go down. Taz even has a Molotov in place here, so Flusher's made the long trek around. Taz might be almost showing his back there. It's getting scary, but he's going to pick up the headshot, and VP going to win around. Tie the scoreline at 17-17.
Ah, Taz, man. He just keeps coming through for his team. Although right now, he's definitely the one. I mean, he's probably the one calling right now. Both of these callers actually kind of lagging behind in the frags. Taz sitting at 13. But he gets the clutch, and he keeps his team's hopes alive. Now the pressure is going to be on Fnatic to really close things up here. They do have enough money for a buy, but if they lose this round, they're going to be in the same boat that Virtus Pro were in at the end of the first half. And again, we have to see if they're going to challenge an Ivy, and they do. This time, they're really going to take the fight aggressive. They've got two guys pushing straight in, and VP, they're waiting around for this.
Snacks was already in position. Looked like JW would have had time to have hit that shot, but he just wasn't fast enough this time. Pronax going to get a kill before he goes down, and Olofmeister to pick it up right afterwards, taking out Pasha down to 3 versus 3 now. And Snacks still being a little bit of a nuisance down. It gets the shot through the walls, shots down Crims. Nice headshot, and that might just be what VP need. If they take the next 2 in a row, they will have done it here. Flusher and Olofmeister are left 2 versus 3 right now, and the bomb's still not planted. Not sure they can stop it either. Snacks is up there. He misses the kill. Molotov would have been a bit too late almost. And now, Fnatic could still steal it away.
Absolutely. They both got full HP. Couple of nades on Olofmeister. But he's got the AK, and they can get this crossfire established here. Virtus Pro. Did Neo spot Olaf? Olaf knows, and he's going to train. Oh, the mind games. Flusher takes out one teammate, and now Olaf, he's hunting down Neo, but Neo's working his way back around the train. Neo's going to make some noise. He has to make some noise eventually, but Olofmeister catches him at his back. And what a save. Fnatic, they just make it work in the end. Can they save an AWP for JW? Yes, they find JW's AWP at the last second there. So at least there's that. They would have just barely had the money to get it for him, but still.
That is so scary. I mean, if Neo somehow makes it back there, that could have been incredible. Snacks with her. I mean, that shot was just beautiful. 18-17. It's either going to be double overtime or Fnatic just barely stealing it away. It's almost too close, you know.
This is pain.
That means VP will have lost 2 overtimes tonight.
No, that can't happen.
It does seem a bit cruel, doesn't it?
It does, indeed. Well, let's see here. Comes down to the push now. Olofmeister hasn't been playing super aggro. He's been playing an alley for the most part, so this might actually work. Bialy taking out Pronax once again. Pronax really, it is not his night. He is truly struggling. And now JW's going to try and sneak his way in here, but Pasha holding the angle, misses the shot. And he doesn't actually manage to force JW off of this angle. He will in the end. And Olofmeister gets caught. Okay. Second half of overtime, Anders. This sounds good to you?
Yeah, it seems very likely, unless Crims, JW, and Flusher can make it back here somehow. JW using that smoke as a wall for the moment, but he's got to be careful because Pasha's right around the corner. Can you see the gun barrel? It's not that far off here. Looking down the long angle, looking for the shot. He's going to get it. Neo takes down Pasha. Now it's back into a 3v3. What's going on here, VP? It's going to be JW picking up the kill by Ali. Last man left, and oh no, VP. It all gets thrown away in the space of a second.
What?
They go from a 3v5 into a 3v3 in one click.
What was that, Neo?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm shocked. That's it. That's another way to end the game, I suppose. Big issue.
The pain for Virtus Pro.
Yeah, 2 overtimes lost this evening. Well, ladies and gentlemen, look, we're not going to waste too much time here because we've got Dignitas and TSM coming up and they're waiting. I don't know, are we going to go straight into it or are we going to have a quick break here? That's the big question, I guess. They must be close to ready. All right, they are just starting right now. So should we just skip the break and go on? Can we do that? Are we allowed to do that? All right.